Hey there, I'm coming to you again with another My Life is on Reset. And today I would like to talk about your vibe. Recently, I've noticed that every time I'm talking in a group setting or something, or rather I'm teaching, I'm always saying your vibe creates your tribe. But I've noticed from life experience that your tribe can also create your vibe. So, getting into this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a reset on my vibe. You know, there's a saying, you become the average of the 5 people that you hang out with the most. That would be your tribe. So, if you're interested in being a major success, and the other 4 people that you're hanging out with are not, your tribe is creating your vibe. So you're going to find that you are going to have so many challenges trying to make it to your destination of success. A lot of times you'll deal with the vibration coming at you of jealousy and envy. Who do you think you are? You know, you'll find yourself, rather than being confident, feeling that you're being conceited or that you're being prideful. When in actuality, it's not your vibe. It's your tribe projecting onto you. So what happens is I've noticed that whatever I want to be is what, first of all, I become. So you don't just become it from the outside, you do it from the inside. So you decide, well, you know what, I want to be a major success. What do successful people do? You don't just wake up one morning and say, I want to be successful. And you just look at successful people and that's the way and you think you're going to be successful that way. No, you form habits that successful people form. I remember years ago, I was going through some things in my business, and I went to, decided I wanted to go to a Christian business school just to, kind of pick up some skill and see where maybe I had left off. And my counselor at the school told me this. He said, you came to us for us to really encourage you to do the things that you were doing before. He says some of the things that you were doing is what made you a success. You'll never forget success because it's in you. You created habits that make you that way. So all you need to do is go pick up those very things that you were doing to make you that way. A lot of times we assume that if we hang around certain people, that that's what's going to be, or if we do certain things, that's what's going to make it successful. No, it's the very habits that you have that you create in your mind. So what I decided to do is I tested it. I tested one season and of when I was in a major success, and I tested another season when I was not. And the basic seasons had something to do with my tribe. So you have to watch who your tribe is. Now, when you're on a low frequency all the time, when you're always feeling low, when you don't build yourself up, when you are, woe it's me all the time, you're going to attract that. So don't assume that just because you're not speaking it, you're not going to attract it. We attract who we are. Not who we want to be, but who we are. So if everybody in your circle is always broken, and they're always hurting, and they're always fighting, and they're always envious of anything, that's your circle that you've drawn. That's one thing. But also, you think about it with children. Some children are born into it. Sometimes you'll be in a situation where the whole vibe changes. Be best assured, as long as you remain, your vibe will change. So what happens is we have to be very mindful of who we're around. When I wanted to be very successful, the first thing I did when I could not find my tribe is I got alone. And then another thing with your tribe, you don't just push your way into anything and then feel bad if somebody doesn't invite you. You have to belong. You have to be that thing before you actually enter into it. A lot of people, well, why won't they invite me and why won't they do this? If you have to be invited all the time, maybe it's just not it. You shouldn't have to take and fit a circle into a square. It should just work, you know? And so I just want to encourage you, check out who you're around. What are your goals? What are your dreams? You notice that most people, that when they want to attain real high things, they get out of their environment. That is the very thing bringing them down. And so sometimes, you know what, it may be a family situation. You're not going to always leave your family situation. That's not always the case. But you can start reading books. I started reading one of my major books that I read when I really wanted to grow in business and in success in my mind was Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. That was an excellent book because he began to talk about your blueprint. Everybody has a blueprint. And whether we know it or not, we're going to always revert back to comfort. We're going to always revert back to what we know until we change the very thought. He was talking about a computer. Say, for instance, you type a paper on a computer and you see an error. And every time you go in and you look up and you take your eraser and you erase erase it with a pencil, and you go back and you print it out, it's still the same error. Then you go again and you use an eraser to try to erase it. You go back, it's the same error. When you go into the hardware of the computer and you literally take the mouse and move it and actually erase it from the inside and change it, you'll print it out and you'll notice that something is going to be different. So always know this, your inner creates your outer. But if you're not careful, your outer surroundings will eventually change what's going on the inside of you. Have an awesome day.